In this video, we are going to talk about dreams die in comfort zones. Do your dreams die in a comfort zone? This is where fear can bring up its ugly head, and you start to listen, and then you get to doubt yourself, which turns to worry, which causes fear, which causes anxiety, and this gets expressed through the body as vibrations, and this is where we attract our bad things to us. So attitudes and goals, we have to totally turn that vibration, that paradigm around, and with an attitude, again, it's the same thing. You can either choose your attitude, choose your thoughts, or you accept them from an outside source. These thoughts develop in your images or ideas in your conscious mind, then you impress the images upon your subconscious mind, causing your feelings or your vibrations, and the feelings or your vibrations cause actions, and the actions cause the results you're getting in your life. So it's pretty straightforward that you need to really be careful on what you're thinking about. Your attitude is a composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And the only way you can enjoy freedom is by taking full responsibility for your attitude. Only then will you be able to improve your results. So you must find new ways. We want to change. In other words, we must. Think outside the box. That's a real key here. There are different levels of goals, for example. A type A goal is something that you know how to do, so it's not a very difficult goal. A type B goal is something that you think you can do, but you're not 100% sure. And then a type C goal, you don't know how, but you do know that you will figure it out, and you have to stretch for it. That's the type of goal you should be going for. Otherwise, it's really not a goal. It's probably something you've already done. So you want to be stretching for that new goal. You're not sure how you're going to do it, but you don't need to know how. That will show itself along the way. So if you're stuck, you must give yourself a command and stick with it. In my studying, I came across a chart from Bob Proctor, and he says it best, I must say. So we're going to take a look at that. Okay, in his chart, he says 7 levels of awareness: mastery, respond, think, and plan. Experience, your actions, your change your results. Wish, give yourself a command and follow it. Individual, you express your uniqueness. Aspiration, you desire something greater. Mass, follow the masses, that's the paradigms. And an animal is a react or fight or flight. So it's really simple. We're on the top end of the creatures on the earth, but do we act like we are? So that makes quite a difference. So you must be willing and able to change your paradigm to shape your future. Napoleon Hill talked about the importance of developing your higher mental faculties in the Think and Grow Rich book, which I recommended in my last video, and I'll put the link in the description again down here. Wattles talked about it in The Science of Getting Rich. So now in a landmark coaching program, The Magic in Your Mind, Bob Proctor, Mary Morrissey, and Sandy Gallagher actually coach you on how to develop each of the 6 higher mental faculties: inspiration, intuition, your will, your perception, your memory, and your reason. So that is a very good program to get involved with. Bob Proctor has a program called 6 Minutes to Success, and I think you should check it out as well. I put that in the last video, and I'll put the link in again down in the descriptions. And also for the Magic in Your Mind. That is something that I strongly would recommend. So the problem with today, though, is people are anxious to improve their circumstances, but unwilling to improve themselves. And that's sad, you know. It's wishful thinking, and nothing comes out of wishful thinking. And so when they aren't willing to improve themselves, they're therefore remaining bound. That's what James Allen says. So you have to create your own personal declaration, and this is something, it's going to be a homework again, but I want you to do this. Take the time to write out your own personal declaration. Print it and post it where you can see it, so you're always reminded of your intentions and what is coming your way. It's important. Yeah, so if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more. Dream big. This is probably the hardest thing for most people to do, to actually set goals that are bigger than life itself. Most people are reasonable and choose those goals that are easily attained. Remember, we talked about it earlier about the ABC goals. So be unrealistic. Yes, that's right. I want you to be unrealistic. The most successful people on the planet have been all unrealistic in their dreams. They came up with the most ludicrous ideas that most people laughed at, but they didn't let that stop them. Most of them had no idea how they would implement it or make their idea a reality, but they just went after it. You see, to most successful people, the how is not important. They first figure out what. What is the big dream? That's where they begin, with the what. The how comes later, as I said, it will show itself. So what is your big dream? Think about it. Take the time and to really think about that. You can turn any idea of your life around in a big way and attract great miracles to make it happen. You just need to take the time and think about what your biggest life would look like. Believe me, this isn't just a silly dreaming or wishful thinking. It is the beginning of the manifestation process. You are beginning to claim and step into the life that you love and desire. And that's important. And that's your career. That's part of it. So it all starts with that big dream. What is yours? Answer this powerful question to help you step into your biggest life. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? If there weren't any obstacles in your way and you knew that anything you did would be successful, what would you do? Those are it's amazing if you could never fail. What would you accomplish? What would you have in your life? Who would you have in your life? How would you be living your life? Take the time to answer these questions. I want you to write it all out. That's important, that you write it out and see it in its repetition. Don't stop and overthink it. Don't even judge it. Just write it. Allow the creative juices of your mind to get going and write it all down, because that's very important. You know, another fellow that said something here, and I'll put it in here, is R. Buckminster Fuller said, "Never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." And that's basically what we do with our paradigms. When you form a new paradigm and you quit feeding the old one, it simply dies off and disappears. And it's amazing, really, when you think about it. As I said, the how comes later. So you answered those questions, and I'll go back and play this and stop it so you can write them all down, because that's important. So I guess I'll leave you with the last one, and again, after you've done your homework, this is part of it. What do you want to accomplish in the next 12 months of your life? And that's your homework as well for this week. So really, really think of where do you want to be, and where you're going to go from here. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.